What's up guys, and welcome to Calisthenics. In today's video we're going to be talking about muscle imbalances and a few things that you can do to fix them. So as you go about your everyday life, you're obviously going to be more prone to using your left or your right hand, and same with your legs. So for example, if you're playing soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, the one where you kick the ball, you're obviously going to kick more with one leg than the other because you're going to have a stronger side, you're going to have a side that's more accurate and that you have better control of. And because of this, that side gets used more often, and therefore it's going to be a little bit stronger than the other side. And same goes for your arms. So we're either left-handed or right-handed. Some people are ambidextrous. I don't know very many, but for example, I'm right-handed, and obviously I use my right hand to write, and I use my right hand to do most things, like picking things off shelves and so on. And therefore, my right hand gets a lot more use, my right arm, sorry, it gets more use than my left arm. So it is going to be somewhat stronger and somewhat more functional, and I will have better control of that arm over the left. So just to make it clear, we all have this. Some people are really good with all four limbs, so legs, both of them, arms, both of them, but not very common. So yeah, the whole point of this video is basically just to show you a few exercises that you can do, just to show an example of how unilateral training can really help you to fix muscle imbalances. So you have to keep in mind that you will always have a slight imbalance because you're always going to be using one limb more than the other for your legs and your arms. And because of this, it'll never be 100% perfect on both sides. You're always going to have one side that's a little bit stronger. But the things that you can do to fix this are unilateral exercises. So what are unilateral exercises? Those exercises are going to be things like archer push-ups, archer pull-ups. If you do weighted exercises, then you'll be able to do the same on both sides and therefore get the same stimulus on both sides. But things like a regular push-up or a regular pull-up, you may pull a little bit harder with one side than the other. And these are things that you can really improve on over time as you get better with exercises and as your form improves, and you just get more comfortable and more in control of the exercises you're doing, especially with calisthenics, where you don't really have any machines or anything like that. It's all your body, and therefore you really have to think about it. You really have to focus on working both sides at the same time, engaging all the muscles at the same time on both sides of your body. So I'm going to show you a few unilateral exercises. So we're going to be doing archer push-ups, archer pull-ups, and if I think of any more, then I'll show you. So pistol squats is another one, for example, for your legs. So I'm going to get right into it, just show you those two exercises and kind of explain what's happening and how it's going to help you to fix any muscle imbalances. So the first exercise I'm going to be showing you guys is going to be the archer pull-up. So you're going to have a slightly wider grip, obviously, because you're going to one side and then the other, and because you're pulling on one side and focusing on one side, you're really putting all the emphasis on that side and then shifting it over to the other. So I may be stronger in my right arm, but I still have to do the exact same movement in my left arm, and because of this I'm getting the same amount of work on both sides, and therefore it's going to become more balanced over time. Obviously at the start you may be stronger on one side and be able to do more on one side, and then a bit less on the other, but what you need to do with this is when you do a set, for example, always do even numbers. So make sure that whatever you do on your right arm or your left arm, you do on your right arm or left arm. So always do the same on both arms so that eventually it evens out, and once you're even, then you can start really enjoying it and becoming better at doing everything and being strong on both arms. So this is how the exercise goes. I have done a tutorial on this exercise in the past, so I will link that in the description below so you guys can go back and check out how to do the pull-up with correct form and all sorts. But for now, I'm just going to show you the exercise, and you'll understand very quickly why you're going to be getting more emphasis on one side at a time. So for the archer pull-up, you're going to pull up on one side, up, back down, and then you're doing the same on the other side. So because you're doing this, you're shifting the weight from one side to the other, like I just said, and you're getting an even amount of work on both sides. If I do a regular pull-up, for example, I might have one arm that pulls slightly harder than the other, and although it may look correct to you, right there my lat on my right side was contracting a lot more than it was on the left side. So doing exercises where everything's even at the start can be a problem. Sometimes you'll see people doing push-ups, for example, where they push harder on one side and then on the other, and I will show you this right away anyway, because I'm going to be showing you the archer push-up next. And that's a perfect example of a muscle imbalance, a strength imbalance that can kind of affect the way you look, if you're worried about that sort of thing, and also the way you perform. So we're going to get right into push-up variations, and just showing you a few that you can do unilaterally, just to kind of even out the strength on both arms, both sides of your chest, both sides of your body. So guys, just a few seconds ago I talked to you about people that push a little bit harder on one side than the other with push-ups, and I'll show you what it kind of looks like when you see people doing the exercise. So what they'll tend to do is, for the first few reps, they'll be totally fine and they'll be able to do everything, and it looks like everything's working fine, both arms are working the equal amount. But as they get tired, that's when we start to see the real imbalance, as one arm kind of takes over the other and takes over the movement. So this is kind of what it looks like. So towards the end, someone might push harder with one side and then kind of even out the other side at the end when there's less range of motion to complete the exercise. So what you want to do is obviously be totally balanced throughout, instead of pushing harder on one side and then following along with the other. So a really good exercise for this is the archer push-up. So it's very similar to your archer pull-up in the sense that you're shifting away from one side to the other, that whatever you do on one arm you have to do on the other as well. And it's a good way to kind of balance out, like I said, kind of bring up the weak arm and kind of try to match your stronger arm. So this is what the exercise is going to look like. You're going to have your hands kind of wider apart, and I did do a tutorial on this exercise too, so that will be in the description of the video, so you can check that out as well. So you're going to come to one side, push up, come to the other side, push up. So same principle as archer pull-ups, always do even numbers. Whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. In this way, you're not training one side more than the other. So another exercise that you can do, if you can already do this, if you're at the right level, is a one-arm push-up. I can't do one-arm pull-ups yet. I'm getting close, but I can't do them yet. That's why I didn't mention them in this video. But if you can do one-arm pull-ups, that's another very advanced style of unilateral training. So the one-arm push-up is a little bit more accessible to people. It's not as hard as a one-arm pull-up in my opinion, but this is what it's going to look like. So your feet are going to be slightly spread apart, obviously, because you need to have some balance. If your feet are stuck together, then you're easily going to fall over. So just spread your feet out a little bit, not too much. Have your hand kind of centered with your chest, one hand on your other leg, come down, and then push up with one arm, and then you can shift over to the other and do the same. So once again, more extreme than the archer push-up, but it's another style of unilateral training. So now, I'm just going to move on to the legs, because I did mention pistol squats, so I'll show you how to do those. And once again, that's another way of focusing on both legs at the same time, doing the same amount of work on each leg. So for pistol squats, once again, I do have a tutorial on this exercise on my channel, so I'll link that video down in the description below so you can find out how to do the pistol squat with correct form. But the principle, once again, is the exact same. So you're going to be working one side more than the other, and pistol squat is basically a squat on one leg. So you're going to come down with control, then come back up, and then you're going to do the same on the other leg. And now there's several ways you can do this. So see, my left leg, the balance is not nearly as good as my right leg. As you can see, when I come down, it's a little bit more shaky. Right leg, I can just go pretty quickly and I have more control. Once again, imbalance, this leg is much stronger, much more stable than my left leg. So that's a really good example for you guys right there. So with this exercise, you can do it several ways. You can either do 10 reps on one leg, 10 reps on the other. It doesn't have to be 10 reps, but however many reps you do, you can either do it all on one leg, then all on the other, or you can alternate and do one there, come back up, one there, come back up, back down, and back down. And you can just do it that way if you want to. It really depends. But yeah, I like to do all on one leg, all on the other, and then on the next set, I'll start with the other leg, and that's the way I do it. But one way to do this with the pistol squats, because you're not really doing anything like an archer pull-up or an archer push-up where both arms are taken up by the exercise. Here you have one leg that's totally free and everything is on the other. So what you can do here is start with your weaker leg so that all your energy goes into that one, and then go to your stronger leg. So for me, my left is weaker than my right, so I'll start with my left, do all the reps there, then I'll go on my right, finish off the reps on that side, and keep doing that until your left leg catches up to the right leg. And it never will be perfect, like I mentioned before, because you're always going to have one leg that's stronger than the other, one that you use more than the other for certain things. That's just the way it is, you just need to accept that. But if you are trying to be balanced in your physique, and you want to have both arms the same size, both legs the same size, then you might want to keep this in mind, and obviously can help for your performance doing calisthenics training. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I've showed you pull-ups, push-ups, legs. Obviously there are other exercises. Most exercises have a unilateral variation. You just need to think outside the box, think about how you can isolate one side and then do the other, and you'll get there in the end, and you will have both sides kind of catch up and even out just about right to be balanced on both sides. So guys, that's pretty much it for the video. Hopefully I didn't repeat things too much. I most likely did, so sorry about that, but hopefully the idea has come across to you guys and you understand exactly what you can do to even out some of those muscle imbalances, whether it be size or strength or both in your body, and you just want to, even out and be just as strong on one side as the other. Like I said, it'll never be 100% perfect, but the exercises I showed you will definitely help you in getting as close as possible to having a balanced physique on both sides. So I did mention legs and arms in the video, but I didn't really mention your chest, your back, and so on. But just imagine that there's a line cutting right through the middle of your body, and those are the two sides of your body. Obviously, you probably understood that, but I just want to make it clear. So the imbalances can be anywhere from your abs to your chest to your back, really anything. So it is really important, especially with calisthenics training, to try and have a balanced strength level on both sides of your body as much as possible, to do the exercises effectively and to have a balanced and well-rounded physique. So that's it, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And if you do want to check out my Instagram, my Facebook, those will be linked in the description below. Till next time, guys, stay strong. Peace out.